The message arrived at every alien command center at the same time. 3 words in basic galactic language. Humanity has awakened. Commander Zix of the Krallian Empire was drinking his morning tea when every screen in his ship turned red. He dropped his cup. The hot liquid spilled on the floor. For 300 years, the galaxy had one rule: never anger the sleeping ones. The humans were those sleeping ones. Zix remembered the old videos his grandfather showed him. Humans fighting in something they called World War II. Back then, humans did not even have space travel, but they already had weapons that scared the galaxy. Weapons that could destroy entire cities in seconds. The Galactic Council made a deal 300 years ago. Leave Earth alone. Let them sleep. Let them live in peace. Nobody breaks this deal. Now someone broke that deal. The Yalron Empire attacked a human colony ship last week. The ship was called New Hope. It was carrying 5,000 families, women, children, farmers, no soldiers, no weapons. Just people looking for a new home. The Yalron Empire destroyed it in 30 seconds. They thought it would be easy, just some weak species. They were so wrong. Zix pulled up the last transmission from the Yalron fleet. The video showed fire, screaming, then silence. Complete silence. His second officer walked into the command room. "What did the humans do?" the officer asked. His voice was shaking. Zix did not answer. He could not answer, because he did not know. But every alien empire in the galaxy was now gathering their fleets, not to attack, to defend. The scene shifts to Earth, deep in a military base in North America. A woman walked down a long hallway. Her name was Dr. Sarah Chen. She was a scientist. She stopped in front of a massive metal door. The door was 50 feet tall. The sign above it read, "Project Godsend. Authorized personnel only." She placed her hand on the scanner. The door opened slowly. Inside was darkness. Then lights turned on one by one. What she saw made her heart beat faster. A weapon. The biggest weapon humanity ever built. She whispered to herself, "God forgive us for what we are about to do." 24 hours ago, the Yalron Empire made the biggest mistake in galactic history. They attacked humans. Now something ancient is waking up. Dr. Sarah Chen stood before the Galactic Council via hologram. She appeared in front of 50 different alien species. All of them were leaders of their empires. All of them were afraid. Sarah was calm. Too calm. "You want to know what we did to the Yalron fleet?" she asked with a cold voice. The council members leaned forward. Every single one of them. Sarah smiled, but her eyes were not smiling. "We gave them a choice. They did not take it." The scene shifts to 1 week ago. The human colony ship New Hope was traveling through neutral space. Inside were families eating dinner, children playing games, old people telling stories. They were happy. They were dreaming of their new home on a planet called Aurora 7. Then the Yalron warships appeared. 20 ships surrounded New Hope. The Yalron admiral sent a message. "Humans are weak. Your time is over." They fired every weapon. New Hope exploded into 1,000,000 pieces. 5,000 people died in 30 seconds. Not a single person survived. The message reached Earth 6 hours later. General Marcus Stone was in a meeting when the news came. He was an old soldier, a man who fought in the Mars Rebellion 40 years ago. He saw the video of New Hope burning. He saw the bodies floating in space. He saw dead children. He stood up. His hands formed into fists. "How long until Project Godsend is ready?" He asked the scientists in the room. The room went silent. Every scientist looked at the floor. "Sir, that weapon," one scientist said. "We built it 50 years ago and locked it away for a reason. It does not just destroy ships. It destroys everything." General Stone looked at the photos of dead children on his screen. His voice was ice cold. "Activate it." The scene changes to Yalron space. Admiral Quarren was celebrating his victory. He was drinking victory wine with his officers. His fleet had 10,000 warships. the largest fleet in the galaxy. They were laughing. Suddenly, the radar officer screamed, "Sir, something just appeared in our system." Quarren stopped drinking. "What is it?" The officer's hands were shaking on the controls. "I do not know. It is not on any database. It is not supposed to exist." Suddenly, the human weapon opened. It did not open like a door. It unfolded like a flower, like something alive. Inside was light, bright blue light that hurt to look at. The light reached out. It touched the first Yalron ship. The ship did not explode. It did not burn. It just stopped existing. One moment it was there. The next moment there was only empty space, like the ship was never built. Never existed at all. "Retreat!" Quarren screamed into his communication system. "Retreat now." But it was too late. The light spread like water flowing across the battlefield. It touched ship after ship. 100 ships gone in 5 seconds. 500 ships gone in 10 seconds. 1,000 ships gone in 20 seconds. Officers were screaming. Some were crying. Some were praying to their gods. Meanwhile, on Earth, Dr. Sarah Chen watched everything on a screen. A single tear ran down her face. "May God forgive us," she whispered. General Stone stood beside her. His face showed no emotion. "This is war, Doctor. There is no forgiveness in war." On the screen, 9,000 Yalron ships were now gone. Only Admiral Quarren's command ship remained. The weapon stopped. A human voice came through the communication system. "You killed our families. Now you understand. Surrender or join them." The weapon they feared for 50 years was finally here, and it was hungry for revenge. Admiral Quarren stared at his main screen. At first, the object looked like a small moon, dark and round, but then the sensors started breaking, showing numbers that made no sense. "That thing is moving," a young officer whispered. His face was white with fear. The object was huge, bigger than the entire Yalron fleet combined. It was black, darker than space itself, covered in strange human symbols that glowed with blue light. Quarren had fought 100 battles in his life. He won every single one. But now his hands were shaking. "Fire everything," he ordered. "All ships fire now." 10,000 warships released their weapons at the same time. Missiles, lasers, plasma bolts. Enough firepower to destroy 50 planets. The weapons hit the human object. Explosions covered it completely. Quarren held his breath. Then the smoke cleared. The human weapon had not a single scratch, not even a mark. It just floated there, waiting. Quarren felt something he never felt before in his entire life. Pure terror. Quarren's answer would decide the fate of his entire civilization. Would he surrender, or would his planet be erased from existence? In 30 minutes, humanity erased 9,999 warships from reality. The message was clear. The sleeping giant was awake, and it was very angry. Emergency meeting of the Galactic Council started immediately. 50 species all talking at once, screaming, arguing, panicking. Commander Zix of the Kralian Empire slammed his fist on the table. Silence. Everyone stopped talking. "We all saw the footage," Zix said. His voice was serious. A hologram appeared showing the human weapon destroying the Yalron fleet. "This weapon does not use explosives. It does not use energy. What does it use?" A small alien scientist raised his hand. He looked terrified. "Reality manipulation, sir." The room went completely silent. You could hear breathing. "Explain now," Zix ordered. The scientist's voice shook as he spoke. "The weapon removes things from reality itself. It is like erasing a word from a book. The word was never there. The ships did not die. They simply stopped existing. Their atoms, their energy, everything gone, forever." An old alien council member stood up slowly. He was 500 years old. "I warned you all 300 years ago." His voice was filled with anger. "I told you never wake the humans. They are strange creatures. They love peace, but prepare for war. They write love songs and build planet killers. They cry for dead pets and destroy entire fleets. What kind of species does this? Nobody answered him. The scene shifts to the Yalron homeworld. Admiral Quarren returned home. His people expected a hero. Instead, they saw a broken man. His uniform was torn. His eyes were empty. "Evacuate the planet," he told the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister laughed. "You are joking, right?" Quarren grabbed him by the shoulders. "Evacuate now. The humans gave us 48 hours. If we do not surrender, they will erase our planet. Just like they erased my fleet. Our world will disappear. 15 billion people will stop existing." Panic spread across Yalron civilization like fire. 15 billion people trying to leave their homeworld. But there were not enough ships, not enough time, children crying, families separated, chaos everywhere. Back on Earth, General Stone received a message. It was from the Galactic Council. "They want to talk." "Finally," Stone said. "They want peace." Dr. Sarah Chen looked worried. Her face was pale. "General, what if they want war instead? What if they try to destroy us?" The galaxy faces a choice: accept humanity's power or try to destroy Earth forever. The meeting that will decide the fate of trillions is about to begin. Humanity showed their weapon. The galaxy showed their fear. Now, in a meeting that will change history, both sides must choose war or peace. The meeting happened in neutral space, a massive space station built for peace talks. General Stone arrived with Dr. Sarah Chen. They were unarmed, showing trust. But everyone knew the human weapon was watching from far away, ready to strike.
Commander ZYX represented the Galactic Council. He stood up when the humans entered. "General Stone," ZYX began. His voice was calm but firm. "Your weapon terrifies us." Stone nodded. He did not smile. "It should terrify you." "It terrifies us too. Then why build it?" A council member asked. The question everyone wanted answered. Dr. Sarah Chen stepped forward. Her eyes were sad. "Because we had to," she said softly. 300 years ago, when we first went to space, we were attacked. The Draken Empire destroyed our first colony, Mars Station 1. 50,000 people died. Families, scientists, children. We were weak, so we were victims. We decided that day, never again. We built Project Godsend not to attack, but to survive, to protect ourselves, to make sure nobody could destroy us without consequences. ZYX looked directly at the humans. "And now you are the strongest species in the galaxy. What will you do with this power?" Stone and Chen looked at each other. A silent conversation. Stone spoke clearly. "We will do what we have always done. Protect our people. Live in peace. Explore the stars. But if anyone attacks us again..." He did not finish the sentence. He did not need to. Everyone understood. The Yalran representative spoke next. He was trembling. "We attacked you. We killed your families. What is our fate?" The room went completely quiet. Everyone expected Stone to say destruction, death, revenge. Instead, Stone said something nobody expected. "Rebuild, learn, grow, pay compensation to the families you destroyed. And never forget, peace is always the first choice. War is the last." The council members were shocked, their mouths open. "You forgive them?" ZYX asked in disbelief. Chen answered quickly. "We do not forget, but we do not need to destroy every enemy. Sometimes a defeated enemy becomes the greatest ally." ZYX stood and did something no alien ever did before. He bowed to humans. "You are stronger than us, but also wiser. Perhaps the galaxy needs humans more than we thought. But peace is fragile. And in the shadows, something ancient was watching humanity's power with hungry eyes. Something that slept for 10,000 years just woke up. Humanity won the war without destroying their enemy. The galaxy found peace. But in the dark corners of space, something old and powerful was about to wake up. 3 months passed after the peace treaty. Life returned to normal. Human colonies were rebuilding. The Yauran Empire was slowly recovering. Even Commander ZYX visited Earth. He tried pizza for the first time. Strange food, he said while chewing. But I like it. Everyone laughed. Dr. Sarah Chun was teaching at university now. She was happy. Finally away from weapons and war. General Stone was about to retire. I have fought enough wars, he told his wife. He was packing his uniform away, ready for a peaceful life. But then the signal arrived. It came from deep space, not from any known species. It came from the edge of the galaxy, a place where no one goes, a forbidden zone. The message was simple, written in ancient galactic language. We have been sleeping. You woke us. Thank you. Stone was pulled back to military command immediately. His retirement canceled. Who sent this? He asked the young officers. The scientist showed him a star map. Sir, we traced the signal. It comes from a planet called Archon Prime. According to ancient records, an empire lived there 10,000 years ago. They were called the First Ones. They ruled the galaxy before any of us existed. Stone felt cold fear in his chest. What happened to them? The scientists looked at old files. They destroyed themselves with weapons too powerful to control. The survivors went to sleep, waiting for technology to advance, waiting for someone to wake them. Chin arrived running into the room. Her face was pale white. General, I analyzed the signal frequency. It is identical to Project Godsend's energy signature. The realization hit everyone like lightning. When humanity activated their reality weapon, it sent a signal across the galaxy, a signal that woke up something ancient and dangerous. Commander ZYX's face appeared on screen. He looked terrified. General Stone. Every deep space sensor just detected something. Ships, thousands of them, coming from Archon Prime. They are not like any ships we have ever seen. Stone looked at the main screen. Massive vessels appeared, each one bigger than Earth's moon. Technology so advanced it looked like magic. A new message arrived. A face appeared on screen. Humanoid, but wrong. Ancient, powerful, eyes that glowed with strange light. Young species, the being said. His voice was cold and emotionless. You have interesting weapons. We are the first ones. We built this galaxy. We ruled it, and now we have returned to reclaim it. Thank you for waking us humans. Your weapon will be very useful for us. The transmission ended. Darkness filled the screen. General Stone looked at Dr. Chun. Chun looked at Commander ZYX. ZYX looked at all the species representatives on the call. For the first time in galactic history, every species faced the same threat together. General, ZYX said slowly, I believe humanity's weapon is not the strongest anymore. Stone nodded, his jaw tight. Then we build something stronger. Together, all species united. Chin closed her eyes. God help us all. The final scene shifts to deep space. The First One's fleet advanced slowly. Behind them, an artificial sun powered up, glowing with terrible energy. A weapon so large it made Project Godsend look like a toy. A weapon that could erase entire solar systems. And in the command ship, the ancient being smiled. A smile without warmth. Let us see if these young species can survive us. Let us see if they are worthy of this galaxy. The war for survival has just begun. The war for survival has just begun. The First Ones were coming, and they were bringing destruction the galaxy had never seen before. 2 weeks passed since the First Ones announced their return. Every species in the galaxy was preparing for war. Humans, Krallians, Yaurans, even the smallest species were building weapons. Commander ZYX stood in the war room with General Stone and Dr. Chin. A hologram showed the First One's fleet. They are moving slowly. ZYX said, like they have all the time in the world. Stone studied the map. How long until they reach the first inhabited system? 3 days. Chin answered. Her voice was quiet. The system is called Helios 4. 2 billion people live there. Stone made a decision. We evacuate everyone we can. Then we make our stand there. ZYX looked surprised. You want to fight them at Helios 4. Why not let them come closer to our core systems? Stone shook his head. Because if we let them take one system, they will take them all. We stop them now or we lose everything. Chun added more information. I have been studying their technology from the signal data. Their weapons use dark matter, something we barely understand. Our shields might not work against them. The scene shifts to Helios 4. Evacuation ships were taking off every minute. Millions of people running to spaceports. Crying, screaming, scared. A young girl held her mother's hand tight. "Mommy, where are we going?" The mother did not answer. She did not know. Above the planet, a combined fleet gathered. Human ships, Krolion battleships, Yaurin cruisers, even old enemies fighting together. 5,000 ships total. The biggest fleet ever assembled. General Stone commanded from his flagship called Unity. All ships, this is General Stone. Today we fight not as separate species, but as one galaxy. We fight for our families, for our children, for our future. The first ones think we are weak. They think we are children playing with toys. Let us show them they are wrong. Every captain responded, "Yes, sir," ready to fight, ready to die if needed. Then they appeared. The first one's fleet jumped into the system. Reality itself seemed to bend when they arrived. Their ships were massive, dark, covered in symbols that hurt to look at. The ancient being's voice filled every communication channel. "Primitive species, you cannot stop us. We created the technology you use. We are gods compared to you. Surrender now and we will make your extinction quick." Stone smiled. He pressed a button. Project Godsend activated. The human reality weapon appeared behind the fleet, but this time it was not alone. The Krolions brought their void cannon. The Yaurins brought their Starbreaker. Every species brought their most powerful weapon. The being stopped talking. For the first time, he looked surprised. "You dare challenge us?" Stone's voice was ice cold. "We do not surrender. We do not bow. We are the Galaxy United, and you picked the wrong species to wake up. The first battle between the ancient gods and a united galaxy is about to begin. Weapons that can destroy reality itself are ready to fire. Who will survive this clash of titans? Fire." General Stone commanded. Every ship in a united fleet fired at once. Missiles, lasers, plasma weapons. The sky turned bright with explosions. Project Godsend released its blue light. The Krolion void cannon shot darkness itself. The Yaurin Starbreaker fired a beam hot as a sun. All weapons hit the first one's fleet at the same time. The explosions were so big they could be seen from 3 solar systems away. When the smoke cleared, everyone held their breath. The first one's ships were still there. Not a single scratch. Not even a dent. The ancient being laughed. A cold, terrible laugh that made everyone's blood freeze. "Is that your best? Pathetic. Now watch what real power looks like." The first one's ships glowed with dark purple light. They fired back. But their weapons were different. When the dark matter beams hit, the United Fleet ships did not just explode. They aged, rusted, fell apart. 200 ships turned to dust in seconds, like they were 1,000,000 years old. "No." Commander ZYX shouted as he watched his ships die. Stone gritted his teeth. "All ships evasive maneuvers. Spread out. Do not let them hit you." The fleet scattered, moving in all directions. But the first ones were faster. Their ships moved like they could predict the future. Every shot hit perfectly. 500 ships gone. 800 ships gone. The United Fleet was losing badly. Dr. Chin was working fast on her computer. "General, I found something," she said urgently. "Their ships have a pattern. Every time they fire, their shields drop for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. That is our window." Stone understood immediately. All ships focus fire on one target. When they shoot, we shoot back. Everyone aim at the lead ship. The fleet reformed. Waiting. The first ones fired again. Their shields dropped. "Now!" Stone screamed. Every weapon fired at the lead ship. Project Godsend's blue light. Void cannon's darkness. Starbreaker's heat. All hit the same spot at the same time. The first one's ship shields flickered, cracked, then shattered. The ship started breaking apart. The ancient being's face appeared on screen. He was not smiling anymore. Impossible. You insects cannot hurt us. But his ship exploded into 1,000,000 pieces. The first one ship was destroyed. The United Fleet cheered. We can hurt them. ZYX shouted with joy. We can win this. But then the celebration stopped. 50 more First One ships jumped into the system. Then 100 more. Then 500 more. The ancient being's voice came from a different ship. You destroyed one ship. Congratulations. We have 10,000 more. And now we stop playing games. The real battle was just beginning.